Antimicrobial agents. So what are antimicrobial agents? So these are the chemicals and their preparations which help in preventing infection due to microorganisms. So mainly they are classified into antiseptic, disinfectant, germicide, bacteriostatic agent, sanitizers, etc. So first classification, antiseptics. What are antiseptics? So these are the substances which are able to kill or prevent the growth of microorganisms. So these are mainly applied to living tissues. An ideal antiseptic should destroy bacteria, fungus, virus or any other infective agent without causing any harm to tissue of the host. So mainly what are the peculiarities of antiseptic? They are mainly applied to inanimate mainly applied to living tissues. They destroy the bacteria, fungus, virus or any other infective agent without causing any harm to tissue of the host. Then second one, disinfectant. So what are disinfectant? So they prevent the infection by destruction of pathogenic microorganisms generally applied to inanimate objects. They prevent the infection by destruction of the pathogenic microorganisms. Mainly they are used for home and hospital sanitization and disinfection can be achieved by heat, chemicals or UV radiation. So they do not kill microorganisms but reduces them to a level which is not harmful to health. So mainly they are applied to inanimate objects, instruments, equipments, etc. Usually disinfectants are used for the sanitization of hospital and home. They are non-selective and destroy the non-pathogens as well. Then third one, germicides. So these are the substances which kill the microorganisms. For example, bactericide, fungicide, virucide. So what are bactericide? So these are the substances which kill the bacteria. What are fungicides? These are the substances which kill the fungus. What are virucide? These are the substances which kill the virus. Then bacteriostatic. What is the difference between bactericide and bacteriostatic? So a bactericide means a chemical agent which is capable of killing bacteria but not its spores. But bacteriostatic means these are the chemical substances which act by inhibiting the growth of the bacteria. They do not kill the bacteria but inhibiting the growth of the bacteria. So that is the difference between bactericide and bacteriostatic. Bactericide means they kill the bacteria but not their spores. Bacteriostatic means they do not kill but inhibit the growth of the bacteria. So likewise, fungicide means a chemical agent which is capable of killing fungi including their spores. Fungistatic means they are the chemical substance which act by inhibiting the growth of the fungi but they do not kill the fungus. So likewise, virucide and virustatic agent. Okay. Then sanitizers. Last classification, sanitizers. So what are sanitizers? Disinfectant that are used to maintain general public health standards are termed as sanitizers. Then there are some terms used in antimicrobial agents. The first term is sterilization. What is meant by sterilization? So it is a process by which an object is rendered completely free from microorganism. It involves the use of chemical or mechanical process. For example, heat, radiation, filtration or chemical treatment, etc. So what is meant by sanitization? Sanitation means disinfectants that are used to maintain general public health standards are termed as sanitizers. Then preservatives, a chemical agent used to prevent microbial spoilage of preparations. It reduces the microbial population to acceptable levels. So these are some terms used in antimicrobial agents. So mainly they are classified into antiseptic, disinfectant, germicide, bacteriostatic agent and sanitizers. So next we are going to discuss about the properties of ideal antimicrobial agents. So an ideal antimicrobial agent should possess following characteristic. So it should possess antiseptic, germicide and not bacteriostatic activity. So if bacteriostatic, then they may resume growth and they may not cause infection. So it should have rapid onset and sustained activity, and it should show no systemic toxicity. It should have broad spectrum of activity. It should have favorable lipid water distribution coefficient. It should not cause any local cellular damage. It must possess a good therapeutic index. So it should possess antiseptic, germicide and not bacteriostatic activity. If bacteriostatic, then they may resume growth and they may not cause infection. And it should have rapid onset and sustained activity. It should show no systemic toxicity. It should have broad spectrum activity. It should have favorable lipid water distribution coefficient. It should not cause any local cellular damage. It must possess a good therapeutic index. So these are the ideal properties of antimicrobial agent. So next we are going to discuss about the mechanism of action of antimicrobial agents. So the first mechanism is oxidation. What is meant by oxidations? So for example, compounds act by this mechanism belong to peroxidase, peroxyacids, oxygen liberating agents like permanganate and certain oxohalogen anions. So example for antimicrobial agents that act by oxidation mechanism is peroxides, peroxyacids, oxygen liberating agents like permanganate and certain oxohalogen anions. For example, hydrogen peroxide, potassium permanganate, etc. So these anti-infective agents bring about oxidation of active functional group present in the proteins or enzymes that is vital for growth or survival of microorganisms. So mainly they bring about oxidation of active functional group present in the protein or enzymes that is responsible for the growth or survival of microorganisms. So this causes a change in conformation of protein and thereby alter its function. For example, a free sulfhydryl group has been essential for functioning of variety of proteins and enzymes. So these sulfhydryl group get destroyed by oxidation, resulting into change in the function of a disulfide bond that will give a altered protein. So that is the mechanism of oxidation. സോ ഇവിടെ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ചേഞ്ച് വരുന്നത്? സാധാരണയായിട്ട് പ്രോട്ടീൻസ് ആയിരിക്കും അതിൻ്റെ ഫങ്ഷണൽ മൈക്രോ ഓർഗാനിസത്തിൻ്റെ ഫങ്ഷണൽ യൂണിറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ സൾഫൈഡ്രിൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് SH ഗ്രൂപ്പ് കണ്ടെയ്നിങ് proteins, for example mercapto group or sulfhydryl group containing proteins, these sulfhydryl group get destroyed by oxidation, resulting into changes in the function of a disulfide bond. So oxidation നടക്കുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും? അവിടെ disulfide bond ഫോം ചെയ്യും. That will leads to altered protein. ആ പ്രോട്ടീൻ്റെ ഫങ്ഷനെ തന്നെ അത് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ആ പ്രോട്ടീൻ്റെ ഫങ്ഷൻ തന്നെ ലോസ് ആവും. Okay, so that is called as oxidation mechanism. Then next one, halogenation mechanism. So compound which are able to liberate chlorine or hypochlorite or iodine act by this mechanism. So this category of agent act on peptide linkage and alter its potential and property. So the destruction of specific function of protein causes death of microorganisms. So most of the enzymes are proteinaceous in nature. So a protein molecule composed of variety of amino acid connected to a peptide linkage CONH bond. So a hypochlorite or Cl- are found to chlorinate peptide linkage. Antiseptic having hypohalite functional group exert their antimicrobial activity by halogenation mechanism or by chlorination of peptide linkage in protein molecule. So here the CONH peptide linkage in protein halogenated. So the changed linkage in protein structure after addition of halogenation. So in case of the CONH is converted to CONX. So here X is any halogen atom, chlorine, hypochlorite, iodide, etc. So that will leads to changes in the protein linkage CONH bond. So that will alter the structure of the protein. So the substitution of chlorine on nitrogen of peptide linkage causes a change in H bond forces that is responsible for the proper orientation of protein molecule. So hence the function of protein can be carried out. So for example, bleaching powder, chlorinated lime or CaOCl2. And another example, potassium iodide, Ki. So these are the agents which act by the halogenation mechanism. So അവിടെ എന്താ സംഭവിക്കുന്നത്? നമുക്കറിയാം പെപ്റ്റൈഡ് ലിങ്കേജ് CONH. സോ ഈ CONH ബോണ്ടിലെ എച്ചിനെ മാറ്റി അവിടെ എന്ത് വരും? ഹാലോജൻ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് വരും, X. X means either Cl group or Cl minus or iodide group, any halogen group. So that will leads to changes in linkage in protein. So that will leads to altered protein. That will destroy the function of that particular protein. That will destroy the microorganisms. Then third one, that is called as protein precipitation. So what is mean by protein precipitation? So many metals which exhibit protein binding or protein precipitation, the nature of interaction with protein takes place. The polar group of protein which act as the ligand and metal ion which act as a Lewis acid. So here the complex formed may be strong chelate which give rise to interaction of protein. For example, boric acid, zinc chloride, zinc sulfide, etc. So this is an example for protein precipitation. So normal protein structure that changes to protein metal complex, that will leads to destruction of the protein molecule, that will leads to destruction of the microorganism. So here the metals which exhibit protein binding or protein precipitation, the nature of the interaction which protein takes place, The polar group of protein which act as the ligand and metal ion which act as a Lewis acid. And a complex is formed. It may be strong chelate which give rise to interaction of the protein. For example, boric acid, zinc chloride and zinc sulfide. So these are example for antimicrobial agents which act by protein precipitation. So today we are completed the topics antimicrobial agents. What are antimicrobial agents? Classification of antimicrobial agents. Then mechanism of antimicrobial agents. What are antimicrobial? These are the chemicals and their preparation which help in preventing infection due to microorganisms. Then mainly classified into antiseptic, disinfectant, germicide, bacteriostatic and sanitizers. What are antiseptic? Mainly used to living tissues. What are disinfectant? Mainly used in inanimate object, used for the home and hospital sanitization. Then germicides, these are substances which kill the microorganisms. Then sanitizers, disinfectant that are used to maintain general public health standards are termed as sanitizers. Then next we are going to discuss about the mechanism of action, oxidation, halogenation and protein precipitation. So example for antimicrobial agents which act by oxidation mechanism is hydrogen peroxide and potassium permanganate. So compound act by this mechanism belong to peroxides, peroxyacids, oxygen liberating agent like permanganate and certain oxohalogen anions. So here the anti-infective agent bring about oxidation of active functional group present in the protein or enzymes. This causes a change in the conformation of protein and thereby alter its function. For example, free sulfhydryl group has been essential for the functioning of variety of protein and enzymes. So these sulfhydryl group get destroyed by oxidation, resulting into changes in the function of a disulfide bond. It will leads to altered protein. Then halogenation mechanism. Halogenation mechanism എന്താണ് നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞേ? So mainly examples are hypochlorite, bleaching powder, potassium iodide, etc. act by this mechanism. So here the peptide linkage in protein CONH bond halogenated and changes to CONX. In case of X, either chlorine, iodine or hypochlorite. So that will leads to altered protein, that will leads to destruction of the microorganisms. The last one, protein precipitation. So here many metals which exhibit the protein binding or protein precipitation. In examples are boric acid, H3BO3, zinc chloride, zinc sulfide, etc. So here the nature of interaction which protein takes place. The polar group of protein which act as the ligand and metal ion which act as a Lewis acid. So the complex formed may be strong chelate which give rise to interaction of protein.